Again, people, I've been like kind of busy in the job, so that's why I haven't been painting at all or uploading videos. Well, I've been painting, but I haven't been able to upload videos. But in this occasion, I will try to teach you how to paint a bird in an easy way, the easiest way possible. I like to paint birds. They are really easy, and I love how they look. I will show you right now the last painting that I've been working on is a bird. I think that it looks okay. I haven't put too much time on this one, but I'm gonna teach you how to make that kind of birds with a limited palette, with cheap materials, and get the job done. That's what matters, getting the job done. First of all, I will work with the underlayer. What I mean by the underlayer is like the, let's say, not the skin of the bird, but the lower part of the feathers. And that will be the darkest part. If I find my palette knife, I think I left it in my room. Yes, I'm back. Well, we will start with a dark tone. I will show you the picture of the bird that I'm gonna paint, and I will start with a dark tone since the bird is kind of brown grayish. I will use a brown. I will use a brown color, a dark brown. That's why you can see that I have like a lot of yellow color here. And to make that brown like not too reddish, I will add some more yellow. And I think this is the brown that I need. It looks good. It's dark, but not too dark. And also, to make it easier for me and for you and for everybody else, I will start with this. No, I will start with the eye, to be honest with you. That's the first thing that I always do, the eye. So I will put a dot of paint in the eye. And that will tell me how dark I need my brown. So I will light it up a little bit with some yellow and probably some white. I don't want to add too much yellow because it will turn gray, and that's not what I want. Why is turning gray? Because I put too much blue in order to make it dark. So I will add a little bit of red. And just a little touch of white. And I think that's good enough. And we will go messy with this. I will not be careful. Just dip my brush on a little bit of water and just go messy like this. So you can see it's a little bit green, but it's alright. This is the first layer, so I don't care. But if you see, I am following the pattern of the feathers. I'm not just going like crazy now. The feathers go from here, this way. So I try to follow that. And I will explain you why when I keep on going with painting. This will give texture. By doing this, you create texture. And that will help you down the road. Go here. Down here. Creating that feathers texture. Even if it's not noticeable right now, around the corner you will see that you made a good job by doing this. As you can tell, I'm going down, not going horizontal or vertical. I'm following the shape of the feathers. the shape of the, in this case, of the wing, how it's folded. See? It's really simple. Painting birds. Sorry for my accent. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but yeah. Okay, keep on going with the direction of the feathers. This is my way of painting. Some people paint like little by little. No, this is my way of painting. It's faster and less complicated for everybody. Even if you're just learning how to paint, it will be easier for you this way. Okay, we have the first layer ready. Now we can go ahead and work on the beak. For the beak, I will use this brown that I already have here. I will add some white, a little bit more, and I think this is the color that I need. And I will put some of this grayish, green, yellowish, whatever you want to call it, on this area. That's the top of the beak. Then the other area is much lighter, so I will light this up. I will add some more paint right here and probably down here. When you feel that you have that area ready enough, that's good. Now we'll go with the yellowish area. For this one, I will use some yellow mixing with the color that I already have here on my palette, and add some red, because just being yellow, it creates a different ugly color, like unnatural. I want to make it as natural as possible, so I will go here and add this yellow that I just made down here. At this stage, don't worry, just try to fill up all the areas, all the parts of your sketch, of the sketch that you made, and then you can start adding more details, covering areas that you don't like. And again, if you see, I'm following direction and also blending a little bit because I want to give texture to the beak. Okay, now that part is ready, simple, right? I will go ahead and create a background. And for the background, since it's green, dark, go ahead and grab a lot of blue paint, some yellow, and I think this is pretty dark enough, but there are some areas that are lighter. I will not use white, I will use yellow, and yellow will make it lighter, like the green that you have will become lighter. I think that's enough. I will go ahead and use this brush right here. Not this one right here, this one. It's thicker and it will cover more areas, and use it, apply it on this area right here in the top of the background. Then I will be blending with the darker green. Still not green enough, or well, not that green enough. It's just that it's the first layer, and usually the first layer is the one that looks like a wash, like a color, watercolor wash. But sometimes it might look nice. It might not look horrible as you might think. Most of the artists, well, not most of them, but few of them, they just apply the backgrounds like in this way. If you see the paintings from this artist called Waterhouse, that's the name. Let me see. What's the name of the person to give you the right information? Waterhouse paintings. Okay, the name of the artist is John William Waterhouse. Usually his backgrounds are just like this. He doesn't put too much emphasis or spend all that crazy time in most of his paintings. Most of them, not all of them. Especially the ones with the mermaids. He just created like a watery background like this one, like the one that we're working on. And you will see that it makes sense. When you finish your painting, it does make sense. Your eyes are busy contemplating the actual bird, that they don't care how the background looks. So for now, we'll just do it like this. Just some messy background using the colors that we have. Some water. And if you want to go ahead and blend it a little bit, if you don't like those strokes being noticeable, and we will go right here on top. See, for the background, I don't care how I do it. I just go a little bit crazy, because at the same time that gives some texture, so it will not hurt the painting. Again, some more right here. And I want it darker, so I will add some more blue. Around the beak, I will be a little bit more careful. Right there. It is really important to cover the areas around the bird really well. And I will explain you later why I am covering those areas really, really well. If you want, you can spend more time creating your background, but to make the video shorter, I will just do it like this, because it might take like a longer time, and I don't want you to get boring trying to understand my English. So we'll keep on cleaning the brush really often, because I don't want the brush to get stiff when the paint dries. Since this is acrylic, it dries really faster, so we'll try to keep it clean. So you can see, if you add some more layers of paint, the background looks much better. But again, I'm not gonna be worried about backgrounds this time, because I want to show you the actual bird, not worry about how the background look, how to cover the background. Because as I told you, you just need to add some more layers to the background, and it will look more solid, better. You can just grab some white once in a while and just mix it, blend it over, and as you see, you get like a nice background texture, but it's not hurting anything. Okay, now that we have that part done, I will go ahead and take care of the tree. For the tree, again, I will use this brown that I already have here, but I will add some white, not too much. Paint is getting dry really fast, so I will take a shortcut. I will use some some black, red, and yellow in order to create like a dark brown, so you can see. Again, following the direction of the tree, because this will give some texture later on. You will see. You will appreciate this tip. Okay, I have the part ready. A little bit of green on this area. And now just let it dry for a little bit. Just let it dry. While it's drying, you can think about what will be your next step, or the next area that you want to work on. So right now I just want to work again on the feathers. I will give it another layer because it looks like too watery right now. I don't like that. So again, I will create another brown color, and I will try to cover the areas that I didn't cover well before. It's good enough. But again, it's too dark, so I will add some more yellow. The problem with adding some more yellow is that it turns green. And in order to kill the green, I need to add some more red. So for this reason, in this occasion, I will give it a touch of white, but not too much. Not too much. I want to make it like a dark grayish color, because that will help a lot. To make it gray, I need to add some more blue. Okay, it's much better. No, it's not much better. It's too green. So go ahead and add some more red. Now this is much better. This one. This is the one that I want. If you see, it's covering better, covering much better. And again, follow in the same direction. It's going to give texture. Okay, I think that's enough. I will let it dry. For now, I will start working again on the mouth. I will use a smaller brush. I don't like to use this one because I use this one for oil. So I will try to find another brush, another small brush. Okay, I'm back. I found this small brush. I don't want to use the ones that I use with oil because the problem with acrylic is that the brushes can get really stiff really quick, and I don't want them to get broken right that fast. So I'll go ahead and add this texture, nice texture. So you can see how I apply the color, and the edge of the beak is a little bit much lighter, so go ahead and add that right there. Down here. And the beak doesn't look that nice, so I'll start doing that. Then I noticed that there is like an orange line at the bottom, so I will make that line right now. It's going to be right here. I think it's too red, so I will dip it in some yellow, and then we'll go ahead and get it right here. Okay, that's better. Clean my brush, make some lines. I will use some black and the brown that I already have right here. And I will make some lines for the beak. It's good. The one at the bottom. Now I will go ahead. Oh, that's right here. Go ahead and make this line on the beak right here. Yeah, that's good. Now, in order to make the drawing more realistic, I will add some highlights. In this case, I will make it with like this yellow that I already have right here, mix it a little bit, and make this highlights. And add some more work on the yellow areas of the beak. Like this. To make it more convincing to the eye. We'll work a little bit right here because the beak, as you can tell by the picture, goes inside the face. But some feathers are covering it. And we'll add some more texture using this brown. Yeah, that's working perfectly. Now some darker brown. This darker brown right here. And this line is too dark. For that reason, I will make like a glaze with water in the brown that I already have and use it on top of that black line. I think that's enough. If you hear that, it's me cleaning the brushes. You gotta clean it violently if you want them to keep them, if you want them to last. Gotta be violent with brushes. Creating some more texture. Now again, Mr. Brush is taking a bath. Create more texture if you see. I think that I'm good in that part, creating that, working in that area. Now I will work a little bit more on the yellow part of the beak. For that, I will tone down the yellow with some blue and white and go ahead and start to do this, but I put too much white, so I'll add some more yellow. Yeah, this is better. Much better. As you can see, the beak is taking shape. It is not there yet, but it's taking shape. Not shape. We'll get there soon. I will try to blend this really better with the wet brush, and I think that's enough. I will leave the beak alone for now. I will focus on the eye at this stage. So I will grab some of the white and dip it here with this dark brown that I have and go around the eye. First, I will work the bottom. I will add some more red, because it's like an orangey color. So for that, I will use this color right here. Yeah, much better, much better. Then, if you want, you can go ahead and create a highlight. I usually make the highlights at the end, but I will do it now this time, because when you see the eye getting better in shape, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel like if you're really doing a good job. So I want to feel like if I'm doing a good job. First, I will tint the brown with some white, and I will let it dry. And then for the main spark in the eye, I will use pure white. that's how I get my eye looking nice. I will work around the area of the eye. Some of the feathers are much lighter, so I will use some white and go carefully doing this, creating the single feathers around the eye. As you can see, it's looking much better. Much better. Following the direction of the feathers in the picture. And then if you want to, you still can light it up, throw some more white paint, and go again around the eye. This time more carefully. And this will make it look like if there are like 3 different layers of feathers around the eye, and it will make it more like, let's say realistic. I don't like to use that word because my paintings are not realistic, are just like fun paintings. I want you to have fun making them. I don't want you to stress out about the painting like, oh man, I cannot get this color. Oh man, I cannot, no. I want you to have fun, and while having fun, you will refine your techniques. This is just like my way for painting. Then you can start creating your own technique and getting much better results than me, even getting better than me. Yeah. But remember, painting is about patience. Patient. And if you don't have patience, then you're doomed. Again, the feathers, you see? Now it's taking shape. It's looking much better. In some feathers, I will just focus myself like this, like make one by one, but there will be areas where you can just cheat. Like I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna cheat on this area right here. Because the feathers are not like noticeable, so I will just cheat on this area, making like a coat like this, following the direction. And you see, that's how we cheat. Looks much better. Because you cannot be creating every single feather. I have seen paintings doing that, but it makes it looks like, how can I tell? It's not hating, but too artificial, too synthetic. I want my paint not to look realistic, but at least make people say, wow, it looks like if he really was trying hard. Again, still working the feathers. Now I will use a dark layer on the top. Again, I will cheat on this area. I will just go like this. You see, I'm trying to give texture to the painting. By doing this, I'm giving texture, and I like it. I like how it looks. It's looking better. And in this part, as you can see, is the light, the sun of the light, the sunlight is here in this area. So it doesn't look actually like a shadow, but more like a blue reflection on that side. So for that reason, I will just use some white and blue and use it on this area right here. Again, cheating. And this is why it's really important to cover this area, because I want these feathers to stand out, like to make it look like if they are really feathers. I will go ahead and dip some more blue right here. Put it right here in this area. And yes, look, the bird is coming to life. Yeah, birdie. Now we'll cheat again, like just throwing some thick layers of paint. Okay, and on this area too. You see, that's why it was important to make the bottom texture that way. Sorry, I ran out of space in my camera hard drive, but yeah, we'll continue with the painting. We'll work on the body right now. I'll go ahead, since this is already dry. Oh, that one is still fresh. So I will go ahead and mix some white with this blue color right here. And use it on this area. Again, as you see how I do it, in order to create some texture. Okay, that's good. Leave it alone for now. I'll go ahead and create more brown color. Go ahead, so yellow, red, and blue. Some more blue. Some more blue. Some more yellow. And some white. As I said before, I don't know if this was recorded, but again, I start from the darkest shapes to the lightest shape. And in this case, I will cheat a little bit, so I will go ahead and use this brush. See, I'm just light it up a little bit more. Just like going like this. Not putting too much emphasis on the feathers at this point. And there will be exceptions where I will go ahead and do the darkest part later, but I will show you why. Still, you can just go ahead and do this if you want to, if you don't want to break the rules. Okay, some more white. That's good. Now a little bit on the center. This is too light, so I will darken it a little bit. Okay, that's better. And that's enough. I will let it dry. And I will go ahead and work on the tree. I will just go ahead and use some black, some red, and a little bit of a yellow. Again, trying to work on the texture. And since I don't want to look like a lazy person, I will go ahead and work on the background, because I don't want you to get mad or receive comments why you didn't work on the background, why you didn't do this on the background. This is another way to create green, black, and yellow. You can make a nice dark green. And some more black and yellow. I will throw this right here. It's getting lighter, so I will add some more yellow. So you can see with the background being more solid, it does look better. But again, I'm doing it for you guys, because I don't want you to get mad at me. Throw some white. And I will paint this area right here. Go ahead and use some blue. And blend it a little bit, just the edges. Yeah, looks much better. Now I'll go ahead and use some yellow, blue, and throw a little bit of white there. Some more white. That's better. And some more blue. Much more yellow. More. And this is much better. Yeah. Yeah, looks much better. And I will go ahead and work on the dark areas right here. Blending just the edges of where the light colors touch the darker colors. I will go ahead and add some more white on this area. Make random shapes. Some more. And work on the dark areas. Why? Because I don't want to hear people saying, you did, but you didn't cover really well the background. You didn't do it well. You didn't do that. You didn't do this. Blah, 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 blah. No, I'm just kidding. You can post any comment that you want. I promise you that I would not get upset or say anything bad. You can criticize my work. Again, we are here to learn from each other. You can teach me some tricks too. You can tell me, hey, look, you should have done this in this way and it will look much better. And I will be like, you know what? You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You might be right. And I might try that next time. But for now, yeah, yes, trying to make it look more finished. This will be like highlights of the background on some leaves and green leaves and the dark places. And I think that that's enough. We have enough of that. So we'll go back and work on the feathers. We'll go ahead and work on the really light, really small marks, small feathers. If you see, I have this white right here, but I will mix it with some blue if I can. So I'm having trouble with my brush. Okay, we'll go ahead, grab some white, some blue, mix it together, make it lighter, and voila, that's it. And I will work on the tiny feathers, ones that touch the other ones. At this stage, we can work on the tiny feathers that come out of the bird and hit the background to make it look a little bit more realistic. It can be much lighter. You can go either way with the blue or with the white or with the brown. For the edges, I will rather use the blue mixed. You see how nice it's looking now? It's taking shape of a bird. I will do something about that beak because it's really bothering me. It doesn't look complete at all. So I will try to put some more effort. Try to do something better with the beak. Yeah, that's much better. I will change brushes and I will use this one right here. You see how the tiny bird is coming to life. Make some random lines. This brush is too big, so I will use the tiny one. Go ahead and use a bigger brush. Keep on working on the edges of the feathers. You can see how I apply the paint, like making a small touches like this. This will get some, it will confuse your eye and your brain, making it think that those are real feathers. Looking much better. As I said before, I will use the white and blue on the edges. Yep. We'll use a bigger brush for finishing the tail of the bird and the back. For this area, we'll just go like this. And the same for the tail. If you see, I'm grabbing different colors without mixing it. It's just like rubbing the colors that I already have on my palette and putting them on the canvas. I'm not mixing the colors at all, because again, that will give it like nice texture. And that part of the tail is like a little bit darker, so I'll go ahead and use a darker brown. Looks really nice. Working the tail a little bit more. It's really starting to look like a tail. It's more feather right there. Good enough. Now we'll go ahead and work on the darker area of the feather. So for that, I will use some black, red, and yellow. Yeah, this is dark that I need. As you can see, it's working perfectly. like that. If you see, this brush is split, so that's why I can get those shapes, nicely shapes of the feathers. Our bird is almost complete. I just need to add some green right here. Okay, it's better. Now I'll go ahead and with this brown I will add some more white. I will add some feathers. Make some great brown right here, and I will use it on this area because I didn't like how that bald spots look. You can, if you want to make like, if you want to have a better result, yeah, you gotta invest more time. But in this video, I don't want to make it too long, so I'm just giving you the basics of how to make this painting. And yeah, it's like it's taking shape right there. We're getting there. Again, if you want better results, you can have better results, but you will have to invest a little bit more of time. As I said before, I don't want to make the video too long, so for that reason, I will not make it like, I will not add too much detail. Just want to give you an idea of what you need to do in order to create your birds painting, because they're really fun to do and not that complicated, not that hard. Again, working with the rest of the feathers. Some shadows right there. A little shadows right here. This is where the light doesn't hit the feathers. Some right here. Go ahead and create some more feathers on the other side by the legs. For these feathers I will use blue and white. Go ahead and create those feathers. Again, for better results, you need to invest more time. I don't want to make this video like 3 hours, because I don't even know if people will watch what I just made right now, so I don't Don't want to make it too long. Now I will work on the tree. The tree is really fun to do. It's really easy too. It might look hard, but nah. It is not hard. You just need to know how to apply the paint. So you see like those white areas of the trunk. We just go like this. To give some texture on the edge. I will use white and blue again. This area right here. Like that. Create some texture. Now we'll go back to the light brown. We keep on creating more textures. Now we'll go ahead and add some more feathers right here. If you see, I'm using my split brush and just barely touching the paper or canvas, whatever you're working on, and that will make it look like actual feathers. On this side. Just barely touching the canvas. Grab my small brush and create some lines in order to separate the feathers. Still, I'm not satisfied with the beak, so I will go ahead and work a little bit more on the beak. A little bit of red, not too much. I think that's enough. I will go ahead and apply some black on the eye, like around the eye, by the upper eyelid. And the iris, yeah, that looks much better. I will fix the shape of the beak by applying some color in the background. And then again, I think that for the tutorial it is done, but as I said before, if you want to spend more time, you can add more details, you can add more feathers and make it look better. I'm not saying that is bad, but we can make a better job. This is just like a tutorial showing you how to apply the colors, how to mix the colors, how to get some feather effects, and yes, again, you can have better results. If you want to work more on the trunk, yeah, you can do that too. And keep on working until you feel satisfied. We'll work on the little leg of the bird, the feet. Will be this lighter area, and the other leg will be right here. So that's why, for the reason, it looks like if it has just one leg. Add some more texture to the tree. I'm telling you, you can do that. You can spend more time. I'm just giving you the basics, like, oh, that's how you do it, or oh, that's how that get done. You can, if you can add more white, pure white, in order to create the highlights on the part of the tree, and it will give that sensation like if it's the real tree, I don't know how to call that, but cortex, I don't know. I'm just making up words. And you can, as I told you before, you can use the small brush and just add like more small fine feathers, and that will help a lot. That will make your not one after another one, but randomly apply, following the shape, the direction of the feathers. Yeah, it will look much better. If you apply more layers, your painting will look much better. It's more, if you use more of your time painting, you will get better skills and your paint will look much better, believe me. Because every time that you hear me saying it is about the layers, I mean like layers like this right now, that will give texture and give like a more realistic sensation to the bird or whatever you're painting. I will try to make a dog next time, because a lot of people like to paint their pets, and usually they will have dogs. I already have a cat. If you haven't seen the video of the cat, yeah, you can click on my links, on my videos, and you will be able to see that cat that I made. It looks really nice. It looks really nice, and you can learn some tricks from me, and then you can give it your own twist and create magnificent, amazing paintings. So I think that I will leave it right here. because I don't want to make this video too long. Because that's my problem. When I'm painting, I'm never satisfied with my painting. So don't feel guilty about that. Don't feel like if you are the only person. No. I have met a lot of people never feel satisfied with their paintings, no matter how good they are, no matter how good the painting looks, they are never satisfied. And I'm one of those persons. Yeah, I think that I will start right here because I'm gonna go crazy. And when I go crazy, I eat too much. So I'm trying to lose weight, so I will leave right here. As I said before, if you wanna make it look better, you gotta invest more time in your painting, add more details, small details. Don't overdo the painting, because I told you before, I have seen people that make like every single feather. Nah, well, it's your choice. I'm not gonna say, but it's my personal opinion. It makes the painting looks like something, a synthetic animal, instead of making it look natural, like natural. That's the goal. That's the goal that you wanna achieve. Make something looks natural. So some highlight to pick, bottom too, and that's it. Well, you know what? The highlight is too light, so I will turn it down a little bit by adding some blue and white. In this way, it will not be too intense, because it was really intense. I didn't like it. Okay, I think this is good. Work a little bit here and a little bit here. And that's for now. Thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new and put it in practice. And see you next time.